on.
White and blue running through my veins. On the pitch where the glory remains. The cockerel stands brave on the crest. North London pride, this ain't no jest. From lane to the new shining ground. Echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time. We march on through grit and grime. Oh, Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire. Oh, Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward, fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash. Numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd. Every game we scream it loud. I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire. This is my club, my only desire.
Welcome back to North London Talks Football, the show where Tottenham fans are stressed, Arsenal fans are loud, and Chelsea fans are somehow still spending money like they found the cheat code on Football Manager. What a week of football. I did like that bit. What a week of football it's been. Spurs finally win 2 games in a row, but they're still socially distanced from the ball. Arsenal fans are planning another DVD. How to bore you to death by getting to a cup final. Might sell. And Manchester United, honestly, at this stage, I think Old Trafford needs a priest more than a manager. But anyway, today we've got all the talking points. We've got the rants, we've got the banter, and somewhere out there, a rival fan is already typing bonners in the comments before the stream has even started. So grab your tea, grab your pint, and hide that remote from Nick, the Arsenal fan, because you never know, he might chuck it at my head. Because this is the North London Talks Football. And good evening, guys, and welcome to the channel. That's my best one yet, actually. I do like that one. Well done, Jack GTB. Well done for writing that out for me. I gave you what I wanted, and you made it absolutely brilliant for me. But anyway, good evening, welcome. This is a topical show, not the Madhouse. Yes, I know I should be carted away years ago. Girls are just finding out that I'm as loony as a fruit bin. And so is Nick. But anyway, joining me is my usual co-host, Nick. How are you this evening, sir?
I am very well, considering in my part of the world it's grey and wet and dull. So happy to be on here with you lovely people. So yeah, ready to discuss everything that's happened in the last week and looking forward to going over the week that's coming ahead. I really fumbled that. I'm sorry, Dermot. My brain is like, but hello, everybody.
Well, to be fair, you were bored to death by watching Arsenal reach a Champions League final. I mean, it was that bad. I mean, I was doing it with the girls below, and it was that bad. We had to start doing crochet at one point. It was that bad. Who can knit a scarf quicker?
I thought the PSG and Bayern game wasn't much better.
Yeah, because they watched you lot, they thought that was the way to go. See, it's all your problem. Well, down below, these legends is bounded around a lot. These are legends. They're legends of the YouTube world. They're legends of the Leeds and Liverpool world. One lives in Leeds, gets ready to batter any man she sees, but she's a sweetheart. In the let me get my teeth in. She's a sweetheart underneath.
I don't
The
know what
other
he's going to
one
say.
is the other one is a silent assassin from Liverpool who just likes picking off teams as they come by, as they go and win another trophy. It is Jess and Stacey for JYS Talks Football. Good evening, ladies. Welcome. How are we
Morning,
this
sure.
evening? I thought I'd give Jess the silent assassin, the hitman sort of look. The 006 and 3/4. You haven't yet made it, Jess, but you're getting there.
You're on a fine line, Derm. I can't lie.
Move on.
I'm always on a fine line, me. And Stace, how are you tonight, honey?
I'm doing well, thank you.
See, they've now thrown out. I've totally lost the plot. Right, Nick, how are you, bud? Big week for you.
Yeah.
As I said, you did bore us to death, but we have made it now to the end of the week. West Ham on Sunday.
Yeah.
What's your feelings?
I kind of feel like there's 4 outcomes on that. We either batter them, we win narrowly, there's a draw, or they win narrowly. I don't think they batter us at all. It depends how the game. I mean, at this stage, I don't want to be. I'm not arrogant or dismissive, but the table doesn't lie at this point, and our next 2 games are against 2 teams in the relegation zone, and that's like match day 36 and match day 37. Really, if you're going to be a champion, you should. Doesn't matter what team, from United to Forest, whoever, you should be beating those teams if you're going to lift the title. So it's going to be a tough game, but we've had lots of tough games this year. The boys are well versed. West Ham, I don't think, can sit there. They've got to go for it a bit themselves, because I don't think a point is going to save them. They need 3 points. It's a home match. So it should be, for you neutrals, it should be I think it's going to be quite an entertaining game for you. I could see it being a 3-2 personally. I think it's going to be one that ebbs and flows. I think we're going to be a bit jaded after Atletico. West Ham have got nothing but this. It's going to be a cup final for them, and they're going to go for it. And I think it's just going to be a good game to watch, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, I mean, look, Jess, I was with you for the West Ham Brentford game, and we both said we were bored out of our trees watching that one. Are you expecting anything different on Sunday?
There's a difference in it. You won at the weekend, they lost. They know they need to win, because if you beat Leeds, it's 4 points, and for me, game done. West Ham are down. And even the fans think that, to be fair. So I don't think they'll give West Ham will give Arsenal a game, to tell you the truth. Not saying they'll win it, but I do think there's more on the line this week than there was last week.
Yeah, no, I do agree with you. Stacey, where are you on it? What's your...
Completely agree.
Yeah.
It's a fine line. I'm just hoping Arsenal beat them.
I am hoping to. It's the only time I do want Arsenal to beat West Ham. Look, if West Ham lose, then Leeds are safe, which for you guys that's magic to your ears. Like, you can go into the rest of the season, relax. I was talking to Dave earlier today on the other podcast, the Irish Lads Talk Spurs podcast, and he was on the impression that Leeds are on holiday, they're not going to turn up. And I kept saying to him, Jess, you're in the chat. I said to him, that ain't going to happen.
No.
Farker's going to have them. How much do you think Farker will want to get into these players that want the end of the season on a high? Is it about taking momentum into the summer, into next season?
He don't need to instill that in them. They'll already know that, to be fair.
Yeah.
There's no way we're going to slide for 3 games and just go on beach. Farker will want to finish as high as he can in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And he doesn't work like that, Daniel Farker. You don't play. You don't put a performance on. You don't play, as players have found out previously. So I still think Leeds will be up for Monday. I think they'll be up for the Brighton game, and I think they'll be up for the West Ham game.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to Monday. I'm
No,
right.
I think Leeds. I think Leeds are looking to get a result because it
And you've
confirms.
got to think you relegated us last time, and you were singing at Ellen Road that we were relegated. So it's about time Leeds did have a bit of a win. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not. Look, I don't think that game on Monday's a foregone conclusion. I think you might get 3 points there. You know.
I think a lot of your fans have wrote Leeds off to. If I just do chats that I've been watching as armchair, a lot of them think it's easy 3 points. Look, not saying your performance against Villa, you did play well, but they did play a second stream team. I'm not splitting hairs with you, Dermot, but you got to think Leeds aren't going to go there and play the B team neither. I've gone a 2-2 Dago. Archer asked me last night, and I went a 2-2 Dago.
Yeah, do you know what? I have to say, you two girls down below in your channel have been very supportive for Tottenham. And very few
Tottenham for a long time, my friend. I predicted you win the Europa League last season before we even met there.
To be fair.
I've got a nice affiliation with Spurs. I don't want any bad blood. That's why we said, well, let Josh don't watch on Monday. Me and Stacey will sit backstage and watch.
Oh yeah, we'll sit backstage and watch.
But no, I think that's great because look, I said to Dave today, I said a lot of Leeds fans are backing Tottenham stay up, which is unusual, really, when it comes to football fans. Nick, it can be very.
Yeah,
it can be very.
I think particularly when you are both faced with the same challenge. So it's kind of like they've picked out of you, Forest, and West Ham. You're currently the favourite. I honestly believe this whole. I think there's a bit of a miscalculation by Tottenham fans. For me, Leeds aren't safe until they're numerically safe, mathematically safe, and that's what this tie is. And if it was me, I'm sending my players out there to get it done as soon as possible. So if they can get a point at White Hart Lane or the 3 points, job done. And then it's all about next, game time and all the rest of it, managing the last 2 games and looking forward to next season. I actually see Leeds being a big problem for you. I really do.
I do. I'm. That's the one games out of the 3 we have got at the end. Look, Chelsea are in disarray.
I think you're going to batter Chelsea.
I think so. Everton is a flip of the coin. It's the Leeds one I'm scared of because Leeds play. I've been watching them a few times now. What's impressed me about Leeds is the way they go about their business, the way the manager sets up, the way that the players go about their different. It doesn't bother them if they're fighting. They're in a relegation fight. It never bothered them. All it's about hard work, getting the job done, getting the 3 points, and they played well against Burnley. They should have beaten Chelsea. I mean, Chelsea should have been chucked out with all the cheating they were doing.
Wow.
Anytime I've seen Leeds play, I've come away thinking that is a well-organised side. And that manager knows what he's doing. I mean, Jess and Stacey, you've been telling me there's a lot of fans want Farker out. I don't get it. I don't think Nick gets it either. Why do you think that is? Why do you think some Leeds fans were a bit fickle, if that's the right word to put it?
They've been against
there were videos put out there before we've even got in Premier League that wanted him sacked. We went for that sticky patch, they wanted him sacked. Me and Stacey sat firm with it and we got called happy clappers. I think what Farker's done in 2.5 seasons, went on to 3, is fantastic. No other manager would have done what he's done and come into the crap that he came into as well.
Yeah, he came into some it was utter chaos at Leeds United when he first signed. Because we was in the middle of a takeover with the 49ers, for starters. We had the whole absolute chaos of the contracts. We had more or less all our players had a relegation clause in their contracts. So that, walking into that, anyone was like, no, thank you, we're gone. He came in, 49ers took over. First season, he got us into playoffs. Wembley curse, we didn't go through. Second season, gosh, Premier League.
Yeah.
Even like Jess said, literally the day we found out we were going to be promoted, literally hours later, Farker out. Rumours literally circulating. When we got crowned as the day we found out we were champions, within hours, I'd say about an hour or 2, Jess, roughly.
Crazy.
They were rumours circulating. The 49ers was sacking Farker. It took them 2 days to come out and said, no, we're sticking with him. But for 48 hours, there were just rumours circulating that Farker was being fired.
Shiny new toy for me.
Yeah, I agree.
Because if you look, I think that Burnley have made a mistake with Scott Parker. If I was the Burnley chair hierarchy, in all reality, did I expect Burnley to stay in the Premier League, or were they one of the favourites to be relegated? I would have said they were one of the favourites possibly to get relegated, right? And then it's kind of a case of what he done last year with them. You sometimes have got to calculate that it's going to go, you might go up, down, up before you stick. Do you know what I mean? It may take a couple of, and to have a manager that's already done it and done it extremely well, I would have used him at least to get promotion back to the Premier League, because it's going to be a tough one next year in the Championship. Always is.
I think so. I do. I think Burnley were really weird to get rid of Scott Parker. There's talk about also the Wolves manager come under some stick as well from their fans at the weekend. I agree with Simon Jordan when he said I don't think he should have left Middlesbrough. I think he had a good thing at Middlesbrough, and I mean, I'll start with you, Jess, then I go to you, Stacey, then Nick. Jess, I mean, you look at managers in the Championship, right, and they get offers to go into the Premier League. If you were the Wolves manager and you're at Middlesbrough, would you have stayed where you were, or would you have moved to Wolves? What would you have done?
But he played for Wolves, there's a difference.
Yeah,
He's kind of Wolves through and through, to be fair. But when he took over, they were relegated anyway, let's be honest. He knew what he let himself in for when he took over at job, but because he's played for him, it's different when your team comes calling for you that you've played for and you've got a lot of love for. So I kind of understood why he left Middlesbrough to go to Wolves. Because let's face it, eating a bad manager when all's said and done, I think he'll do well in Championship with him. I think Wolves will go straight back up next season. If you look at the January transfer window for Wolves, were they preparing for the Championship with the players that they brought in? Yes, they were. So for me, I understand why he left Middlesbrough, because when your team comes calling for you, he's played for them. I understood it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I think with Wolves, they're pragmatic enough to understand that they created their own demise by selling too many players in the summer. They basically got rid of too many experienced pros, and it's kind of weird because they're in the same ballpark as Brighton. They didn't need to chase the money, and it's cost them. So it's kind of like a lesson to be learnt there. Their existing manager took the fall for it, and it's a bit like Eddie Howe at Newcastle. How can you lose your best striker going on into the season, then the number one target that you're going to sign to replace him to the same team? Crazy. And then expect him to perform with a kid you've brought from the Bundesliga, a very good kid, but still a kid. And it's just sometimes these hierarchy, it's just blooming insane how they scapegoat managers for their own shortcomings. And I think sometimes fans have got to have a bit of perspective and context and don't jump on just, it's the manager, and when there's a wider situation there sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, this is the bottom three, Stacey. We've got Wolves already down, Burnley are down, we've got West Ham, Tottenham. Realistically, for me, in the shootout for the last point, you've got Forest down 42, Palace on 43, and Leeds above them in 43. Look, I want to put Leeds out of it for a little bit because I think you're safe. I know mathematically you're still involved with it, but personally, I don't think you're getting dropped. I think you're safe. Out of Palace and Forest, they're both in European competitions tonight. Which one of you has been the biggest failure this season out of them two?
I would say Forest on last. I don't know for you, ladies. I think after where Forest finished last season, you could have expected them to kick on, but they've got the most ridiculous chairman with the ego, a too bigger ego, and he completely screwed that team up. And they should have kicked on. So with everything that went on, I don't know how much you can label a manager or a squad there. That was purely self-sabotage from the board level. Palace, I don't think you could ever label Palace for certain clubs another year of survival, as well as competing for a European trophy. That's the first time they've ever done that in their entire history, I think, of Europe and Premier League.
Yeah.
and they're heading towards a final. They got a 2-goal lead. Hopefully, they make it. That's a success for me. I don't know about you, ladies. What do you think?
No, I agree. Forest have only just started picking up some form. And yeah, I agree. Where Forest finished last season compared to now, out of the two, has to be Forest. Because they've only just not long come out of relegation.
Yeah.
Even though they're still in the relegation battle, they've not long been out of the bottom 3.
No.
Because at one point it was, and it still could be Leeds. It was Leeds, Forest.
I thought
West
it would
Ham,
be
Burnley, Wolves.
Yeah.
So obviously, it's confirmed Burnley and Wolves are relegated. It's still between. I don't think Palace will drop in because I think Palace might get a few good points. But this is when Dermot said we don't believe Leeds are out of the relegation battle just yet. Me and Dermot had this conversation backstage. Forest could pick a few decent points up.
Yeah.
Palace, you get a few decent points up. Spurs,
I think when you look at the table and where you are, I think just confirming it is a nice thing for your players to just do. But when you look at that, I think it takes too many teams to get above you at this stage. That's why I feel like you are safe.
I agree.
And the same with Palace.
We've been there before, and we're just with Leeds United. We're thinking, yes, we're comfortable with that, and we just go downhill, and we got.
Really?
You've got to look for Crystal Palace though. They won the FA Cup last year. Then they won the Community Shield, and they're going to get to a Conference League final and probably win it, in my opinion. So that's progression for me. The case is a little bit iffy, but for them and their fans, they've done fantastically well this season. Palace for me. Forest are the disappointing one out of the two.
Yeah, I feel sorry.
And on
for
that,
Palace.
sorry, Dermot, just on that as well,
That's
just to mention, sorry for jumping in. Tell me to shut
That's
up if you need to. But they did sell Eze just before as well. They sold strong players. So
yeah, did it?
Hey, went in January as well. So
yeah.
Just very quickly, I think for Forest, I don't know if you guys agreed. I think keeping Morgan Gibbs White for Forest was a big thing for them.
Oh yeah,
was a big plus for them keeping
but
him there.
Didn't last 10 games, 6.
Yeah,
that's true.
He's not had a great start. He's only done the third manager came in.
And he won't be playing tonight.
He will be playing tonight because he's got a mask.
Oh, really?
Is he playing?
Oh, yeah. They're putting him with a mask.
Is that a risk though? Because his injury wasn't exactly light. It's decent scar. He's got a decent scar on his head.
Yeah, but you're talking about getting to a Europa League final for Forest, Stacey. There's levels.
Yeah. Hopefully, don't come back and bite me in the butt though.
It was the same thing we faced last year, and I run to the Europa League final where I remember we played Crystal Palace in between the two semi-finals, and I went to that Palace game, and we were dreadful. We were woeful, and I just remembered everyone's focus was on that Europa League semi-final. Nobody was thinking about the league game that day. And I think Forest have sort of, as the season has gone on, as they've gone further in the competition, I think their focus has turned around to, right, it's more, we're going to win the Europa League. Forget the Premier League. We're going to win the European Champion because that's their ticket into Champions League next season.
Crazily enough,
Yeah, and Crystal Palace as well. I think Crystal Palace have done fantastic. But the only thing, they're going to lose the manager at the end of the season. How much?
Crazy.
I mean, Jess, how much
Ariola's going to go there now, and I think Ariola's a good replacement. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Is
he going there, is he?
Ariola's going to get the job, so...
Yeah, what we're saying,
I thought he was going back to Spain.
No, because they've appointed a manager in Spain who were at Dortmund, who got that job. He's got that job. That's what's come out today, that it looks like Ariola's going to get the Palace job.
So, in that case, then, for next season, do you think Palace might be a dark horse then for the Europa League?
Possibly.
Depends on their. Yeah, that's where I'm at. It depends.
Yeah. And they'll lose Mateta in summer. Mateta will go.
Do you know what? I think for West Ham, Leeds, and Forest, there's another conversation about who goes down and who picks those bones. Because I feel like depending who goes down, there's some good meat for those clubs out of those who's being relegated. There's some good players in the Wolves squad. There's some good players in the Burnley squads. There's some good players in whoever goes down out of the two that we think it might be. And I think that could really strengthen a couple of these teams. Like you're talking about Palace, and if West Ham go down, does Bowen become available? And that sort of English forward is a very good signing for a team like Palace. So
I see Bowen going Newcastle myself personally.
I'm about to say that. I see Bowen going Newcastle where.
But these
There's
players
no
in
way.
that squad, like Juve and other players, Mavropanos, that are actually quite decent. That West Ham are eyeballs in debt as well. So whether or not they stay in the Premier League or not this season, they will have to sell to balance the books. And on Man United, looking at Juve, there is players there. Will Jadon Bowen play in the Championship? Not in my opinion. I think he'd move out maybe to Newcastle. I know Liverpool were looking at him at one point for replacement for Salah. These players there. Out of the three, you'd say probably West Ham and Wolves have the better players in the squad that they'll probably lose.
Yeah, I would agree with that, actually. That I think, look, for me, I don't think you will see Leeds down there next season. I think Leeds will be up the league next season. I think Palace will be. I think if we stay up, I think we will be as well. I think we'll be fine for a Conference League place next season. But West Ham, I mean, little bit about them. How much dire are they in financially? They're really struggling.
100 million.
I know they get the parachute. They get the parachute payments, don't you, coming down? But it's split over 3 seasons, isn't it?
So what they spent in January as well, Durham as well. They spent big money in January. So if it don't back, and Nuno hasn't got a contract in Championship as well, so they'll probably lose him as well.
Yeah. So do you see West Ham free falling then?
Yeah.
They
A bit like Leicester. Yeah.
They're going to lose. Like Jesse said, the big players, they're going to go because they're not going to play in Championship. Championship is a hard league to play in.
It is.
It's not easy.
no. You know what West Ham's saving grace might be? And that's their academy, because they do produce really good players. So that could be their saving grace from stopping them sliding multiple leagues, if you will. I don't think that will happen. I think there's too much quality coming through. So I just, I think they'll probably be a danger to coming back up next season via playoffs, I would say, for West Ham, unless somebody really gets a grip of the club.
But you've got to think as well, next season it goes to 8 places in Championship, so it's fair game for everybody next season to be a Wrexham or Burnley or Wolves. There's some really good teams down there. Obviously, playoffs are coming up soon. 1 out of 4's not. There's 3 out of 4 that ain't going to make it. But then you could end up with Millwall still down there, Middlesbrough still down there. There's some really good teams.
Yeah, there is.
Championship. And with it opening playing now, it's going to be a lottery, innit? Who goes up in that 3rd spot?
Yeah.
Make it a lot more interesting.
Point.
It will do.
Yeah, it will do. Right. Pick the team that's going to drop. Of course, I'm going to say Spurs are going to. West Ham are going down. I'm not saying any different. Stace, who are you going with? Who's going down?
West Ham.
Nick?
See, I've got to be honest, ladies. I was predicting Leeds, and then you had this remarkable turnaround in form, and I was like, blimey. I looked at your schedule. And I was like, wow, I don't see it. And your football just paid off. And full credit to you.
We went to Man United and won. We got a good point at Bournemouth. We picked up some good points in
You really have. You really have. So when you look at the last 4 games, West Ham and Tottenham have picked up the same amount of points. In fact, when you look at the last 6, you've got the same amount of points in both of you. It's just the fact that you've got 2 wins in the last 2 games that feels like you've got the momentum. Oh gosh, Dermot. Who
Be honest. Look, be honest.
Who have you got this weekend?
Hang on. I've got this here. Look.
I've got Arsenal.
So we've got Leeds at home on Monday, Chelsea away, and Everton at home. West Ham have Arsenal away, Arsenal at home, Newcastle away, Leeds at home.
I think I'm going to lean towards West Ham only because do you remember about a week or so ago, I did turn around and I said, if you have a look at your results, yes, you lost 1-0 away to Sunderland, but even still, and I was going through it, I could see that
Yeah.
your team looked more solid and they look like they're fighting.
Yeah.
I think that just might edge it. I did say I've been saying all along that I didn't think you'd go down. I think you'll just save yourself. I think it's going to be West Ham. I look at the Forest first team and it's just too strong. Their centre backs, their Anderson and who they've got in midfield and all the way through. I just think there's too much quality in that team across the front 11. And I think it's West Ham. I think it's West Ham that will be the one that's going down.
Jess, we're going for a clean sweep.
Well, I did my video and I said Spurs would stay up by a point and stand by it, so West Ham for me.
Yeah. See, we all talk sensible football on this channel. We all know what we're talking about. Right. Well, and Jess, can I just say very quickly, please go and watch that video Jess did. It's the best video out there for predicting a drop. It was well put together. It was really educated and really well presented. I would recommend everyone going over there because it does give good thought, and it's an independent fan. It's not a Spurs fan doing it or West Ham fan. It's an independent fan giving her thoughts on it. And I tell you one thing, if you haven't watched it, why not? Give your head a wobble and go and watch it because it's absolutely, what was it? About half an hour, Jess, was it long? Something like that?
20 odd minutes, which is long for me, to be fair.
I tell you what, 20 minutes, you won't regret it. It's absolutely a very, very good video. Right, let's talk about the race for the European places. As you can see, the title race is heightening up as well. Arsenal up there. Man City are in there. Man United have come from nowhere. Liverpool are in 4th place. Villa are in 5th. Bournemouth are in the Europa League spots with Brentford, and Brighton, I think, are in the Conference League spot. We'll start with you, Jazz, because you also do follow Liverpool. With Liverpool this season, at the start of the season, you were nicking wins, really sort of last minute goals, and it was said you couldn't keep going on with this. Arne Slot has come. A lot of hate come on Arne Slot's shoulders, and I think rightly so for what he's done and the money he spent in the summer. They haven't gelled, and for every reason. Just the first question to you, Justin, then I'll open it up to the floor. Does Arne Slot deserve another season at Liverpool?
No, not for me. I don't rate him, you know that.
Yeah,
I appreciate what he did in the first season, but that, to be fair, nobody else in that first season really did a lot. You know, Liverpool's to take. Second season, there's been injuries. I think Diego Yota's death had a big effect on the squad.
Yeah,
I can't lie.
absolutely. Yeah,
I can't lie. I think it affected him more than anybody will ever know. But man management wise and the teams he puts out at times is frustrating for me to watch. I mean, against PSG at home, Salah's on bench, Rio's on bench. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But for me, I'd like to see him go, but that ain't going to happen. They are going to offer him a new contract at Liverpool, and I'll back him. But if you ask me the choice of him staying at Pool and leaving, I would like him to leave.
If you do want him out, I think you're right in that, by the way. For just one more question, Nick, and then I'll open up to you and Stace. But just on that, if he does go, who do you want in as manager? Who do you think is the man to take Liverpool on? Because I felt you won the league last year, but I felt it was more with the Klopp team. I felt it still had Jurgen Klopp's DNA running through that team, running through the club. Who do you want to see to come in? Who do you think is the right manager to take over from to carry on the Klopp dynasty, if you know what I mean?
I'd like to see Xabi Alonso come in. He's played for Liverpool. He knows the identity. It didn't really work out for him at Madrid, but the many managers at Madrid with the drama queens that they have in the dressing room, they got that guy sacked, to be fair. I think if they'd have given Xabi a bit of time and not had them all divas in dressing room, I think he'd have done all right at Madrid. But at Liverpool, I'd like to see him come in, I can't lie. These mutes with Steven Gerrard, but for me, Stephen needs a little bit more experience, in my opinion. These mutes have been taking the Burnley job next season. He just needs a little bit more. Being out in Saudi Arabia, Al Ettifaq, it's totally different football. Did a fantastic job at Rangers. Didn't work out for him at Aston Villa. Still think he needs to earn his stripes, in my opinion. But I would like to see Xabi Alonso coming, because what he did at Leverkusen, he did a very good job. Didn't work out for him at Madrid. But I honestly think Slot will be there next season. And if Chubby goes to Chelsea, he ruins his career for me. I can't lie, that club's
Yeah,
just...
no, I agree. I agree. Well, look, I mean, Nick and Stacey, Liverpool, where's your thoughts on it with Slot and the new manager? I think Jess is right saying Xabi Alonso. I think that's the logical choice. If you're a Liverpool fan, and he was a great Liverpool player back in the day, that's a logical choice. Look, the different question I'd open up to you guys is, would you bring in Steven Gerrard as a coach and sort of let him learn off Xabi Alonso for when Alonso does go, then Gerrard can take over, a bit like what Liverpool used to do back in the day with the boot room?
Stevie came through ranks in coaching. Why is he under 21s? I think Stevie, or under 18s. Then he moved on to Rangers. So he has been at Liverpool. He knows what it's all about. But I still think it's too much of a bigger job for him at the moment.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, no, it's fair.
I was about to say the same thing. I think, but Stevie G, it's a bit too much pressure. Going straight into the manager Liverpool, and I think swapping and changing, bringing him in temporary, then giving Xavi the position. It's too much swapping and changing. I think if you're gonna get him in, get Xavi in straight away. I agree with Jess. I don't think Slot deserves another season, but he's gonna get it.
Liverpool are loyal to the managers. If you look at the managers, Rafa Benitez were there quite a long time. Obviously, Brendan Rodgers were there quite a long time. We also know the God were there 9 years. They're not known for sacking managers. They're very loyal to the managers. Liverpool will send over. That's right or wrong. They will give him another season. I can't lie. I know that hand on heart. I know he'll be there next season.
Yeah, well, I've heard he's going to be there next season. So, do we? Yeah. Jess, because obviously I've got my parents Liverpool fans, and they don't want him for another season. They want him gone. Jess has made it clear she wants him gone. Do you think he can turn this around for next season, just to change your opinion, or do you think that's it done? He needs to go. He has no chance of redemption.
He's a little bit too stubborn for me. Like certain things that have gone on. I mean, I didn't see Salah going at the end of this season. There's a lot of issues there with him as well, with the players. It's a tough one. I thank him for the first season. It was a bit of a fluke though, wasn't it? This season, it just hasn't been good enough. And maybe he will get the benefit of the doubt because what happened with Jota. But I'll know one thing: the hierarchy will not put up with it next season. I can tell you that now.
No.
Are you sad also to see Salah go? Do you think that's something to do? Do you think if Slot got the sack, that Salah would have been here next season?
Yeah. There were issues in January. I've never known him in 10 years to come out and speak about the club and the manager. And he has done.
No, that's true.
And he never had the issue with Jorgen. And there were little bits of tiffing at West Ham and that. But I know for a fact them two have had a lot of words. And if he probably would have gone in January or before Christmas, maybe he would have stayed. But nobody can ever knock what Mohamed Salah's done for Liverpool, because we didn't pay big money for him, 32 million from Roma. What a servant he's been to the club, and I wish him all the best wherever he goes. And, you know, whoever gets him, I've still got a good player. This season, he has been a little bit off the boil. Maybe that's because of Arne Slot. I'm not too sure. But wherever he goes, he'll still do well. And I can't thank him enough for what he's done for Poole. He's been fantastic. Very loyal servant.
This one here is to you, Jess, very quickly, and then Nick, I'll come to you. I've got a separate question for you, bud. This one's from Brian Jess. He always thought Alan Hansen would have made a great manager. He don't know why he never gave it a go. I mean, Alan Hansen, your legendary captain, legend of the captain's Liverpool side that won European Champions Leagues and league titles under, I think, 2 different managers, I think, back in the day. Are you surprised some of these former players don't go into management, like an Alan Hansen? Or do you think
he did a lot of punditry? I think he did pretty early, and he did a lot of punditry, Alan Hansen. So it's not for everybody, is it, being a manager? Kenny will always be God at Liverpool, I can't lie. You know, he did it. He did it in 2012 as well. Came back out of retirement when Roy Hodgson got sacked. But it's just not for everybody being a manager.
No.
He's a hero. Kenny, what a hero that guy is.
I think Wayne Rooney is a prime example of that.
Manager
is not for everybody. I think that's a prime example of where, Rooney's played on the other side of, you know what I mean? But his managerial career has not exactly been enlightening, to say the least. So I think that's a prime example of sometimes going from player to coach doesn't always work.
No.
No matter what degrees you get in coaching, and no matter what courses you take, it doesn't always work out.
He'd be good at calling bingo. I say Wayne Rooney. He'd be good at the old bingo calling, I would say. But anyway, moving on. Moving on very quickly. Nick, look, let's talk about top of the league.
I was just going to, sorry, Dan, can I just quickly jump in on the manager front?
Yeah, of course you can, Bud. Sorry, yeah.
No, that's fine. I was just going to say, when it comes to ex-players, I think sometimes these players that have had amazing careers, and they look at their titles and all the rest of it, and they're like, yeah, right. But they miss the art of the man management, and and they may have been a very important component of a team, but the management of the team and the components around them, particularly on the players that aren't at your level, was a key factor of why you ended up with so many medals. And I think that's why sometimes they get into that manager and there's that frustration that players aren't as what they want them to be and getting them all focused and in there. And I think there's some of them that miss that actual management side. If you ever listen to Fabregas, he interviews really, really well, and he gets that sort of side of it. I think for Liverpool, they need if Steven Gerrard was or Alonso, because I think Alonso, I heard that he wants certain controls that they're not prepared to yield to him as such. So it's kind of a case of, if you're not going to appoint one of those two, you need something for at least next year after. If I was in charge of Liverpool, the manager that I would go out, bearing in mind it's post-World Cup, it might compromise your season a little bit, but it'll give all of your players a lifting out of someone like Carlos Ancelotti, basically. I'd go and get him done with Brazil, come and bring him in, come and do 2 years. And then Gerrard, if you want the job, Alonso, if you want the job, put yourself in prime position to take over in 2 years' time. That's the sort of appointment that I would make. I feel like he could do a really good job.
Ancelotti, though, they reckon he's going to retire, don't they, after Brazil?
I think could you tempt him one last tilt at the Premier League?
Everton, didn't he? So let's face it.
Yeah.
Dangle that carrot, see if he changes his mind.
You saying that about ex-players becoming managers, it brings it on lovely onto Arteta. And for what he's done as an ex-Arsenal player as well, coming to Arsenal. Now, look, we've all took the piss out of the all or nothing Arsenal thing. Look, you can as well, Nick, with the Tottenham one. I'm sure you can. But any manager, right, that shows a group of players a light bulb, suddenly plays You Never Walk Alone in the middle of the training ground. I mean, I don't know whose bright spark that was. And there was another one, wasn't there, where they were out training. They had a big TV of the players' greatest hits being played while they were training.
Yeah.
I don't think Arteta saw that, and they're the other managers while he was playing. Does that frustrate you as an Arsenal fan when you see him doing all this ridiculous stuff? The light bulb, the dog, the Never Walk Alone. That you just want him to be he was managing with Pep. You would have thought he would have learned something from the years with Pep, like.
Well, if he lands the title and he's having a tilt at the Champions League, I'd say he has. For me, there are bits that are a bit cringe. You go, right? But how do you keep your voice fresh and your message consistent and players receptive? You've got to do things different. It's not It's not what I would choose to do. But you've got to think that regardless of how this season lands, right? This will be the 4th year that Arsenal have competed right at the peak, at the top. That's no mean feat. That isn't a mean feat. When you're falling short, just put yourselves in that position. How do you motivate a group of men that have flogged themselves, that are not seeing their kids grow up, that are coming in and their missus are bed, or they're here, there, and everywhere? I know they've chosen their careers and they're doing what they're well paid and all the rest of it. But it doesn't come without its sacrifices. Your body hurts, and you've come to a new country. You might be feeling homesick. Blah 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 blah. Your friends are being sold, and new people are coming in, and How do you keep them all fresh? Just imagine that as a 4-year project of we are going to keep competing for 4 years. He hasn't got, and they've got nothing for it. Yet you've kept them motivated to compete. There are some people saying about trying to stay in the blooming, trying to keep their job while they're existing 1 year in the Premier League, let alone competing at the top. That's really bloody tough, you know, and to kind of keep people on board and to keep them performing at that level. I think that's something that he doesn't quite get credit for. He's not playing the brand of football that I want to see. But he's already played the brand of football that I want to see, and we ended up potless. We can be, and I'm not trying to be antagonistic. We can play beautiful football and be like Liverpool against that when they were up against City and be little broed and get absolutely smashed 4-0 because that's City would love that. Or we try something different. And it's coming to like the World Cup, right? I don't care how England win the World Cup. If we win the World Cup, I don't give a shit if we've done 1-0s all the way and it's come off somebody's elbow and this, that, and the other, and we end up with the trophy. I think there's at some point being a little bit pragmatic. And he's trying different. It has been a limit. It's strange. It's been one of the hardest seasons to watch Arsenal this year because it being on a knife edge all the blasted time. It's just like, oh, you're stressed. It's in your stomach. It's just been awful.
Yeah.
And it has been tough. It has been tough. But then I can keep knocking him. But he's done God's work at our club. He's either going to turn out to be the Spanish Southgate, where he's sorted it all out, the back of house and all the rest of it. And he gets you nearly there, but he's not the man to get you across the line. Or there's going to be a payoff for all of this effort. So we're going to find out in the next few weeks. But, you know, it's undoubtedly he's tried to think out of the box. He's given it his best shot. And if it ends in failure, thank you. There's your P45. Thank you for what you've done for the club. On to the next one. If he wins, well, please change your style of football for next year.
Agreed.
Yeah, I agree. Look, I'm not going to spend too long talking about Arsenal because, you know, I don't really want to, and it makes me feel a bit unwell. But, you know, yeah. But look, I think if Arteta doesn't win anything this year, or being serious now, if Arteta doesn't win anything this year, I think he will be out of a job. The board will have to sack him.
I said that last season.
But apparently they were him a new contract in March, whether or not he'd won anything.
Or not, yeah.
No, there are caveats to the contract. It's there if he earns it.
If he don't win all this season, for me, he has to go. And if he does, he's looking likely he's going to win one trophy at least, which I'd say the Premier League more than the Champions League, because I do PSG, believe that against PSG, one goal will not be enough to win it. I can't lie.
We can't be two World Cups at once. That's impossible. That's impossible for any human. You know, it's like. But yeah, I think it could be the Premier League. It's looking likely at the moment.
Yeah,
I think have to get some coffeeware in that cabinet.
Yeah,
I'm a secondary Arsenal fan, as I call myself.
She's Arsenal back where
my Arsenal's from second team, and I already said last season, at the start of last season, Tyrone said Arsenal would bottle it again, no trophies, and Arteta would be gone. I got 2 out of 3 right. I look. Sorry, Dama.
No, go on, Stacey. Go on.
Arteta has been, you said, a little bit cringe. He has been, for me, I don't like how he makes all these excuses under the sun. The whole measuring of the grass thing, that was up there for me. I'm not a true, I call myself a plastic gunner because I'm not a true one. My husband converted.
You should predict small losses than wins.
I don't want small losses, actually. But the way the excuses Arteta has come out with this season is pathetic, in my opinion.
Oh, it is, because it takes a man to take accountability sometimes.
And that's what he's doing. He's not taking no accountability.
Yeah.
It's like, come on now. We played awful. Just say it.
Yeah.
Do not sit there and make excuses for the team's performance. What, it was the ball, it was the pitch, it's the grass.
Yeah. The grass thing, I mean, I know it made headlines because it's Arsenal. That goes on far more than you realise. Because
Yeah, I
it
get that.
does.
But when you're seeing it, and to go along with Arteta's previous excuses as well of why they've lost,
Mm.
it's up there with really Arteta. It's nothing. to do with
Sometimes your
how it's
opponent
playing.
was just better than you were. You know that
Yeah,
that is
exactly.
it.
And against PSG, this one goal nil is not going to work against PSG. It's not going
No.
to go down that well at all. He
No.
needs to seriously think if he really wants that trophy for Champions League, he can't go in like that against PSG. They will run rings around us if we go in like that.
That's Elliot will run rings around you, I tell you.
Exactly. He's the last player.
Yeah.
I reckon we're going to lose Champions League and just it's going to be tight between.
Yeah, I do.
City and
I think
Arsenal.
it's going to be. I mean, last year we had extensive injuries to the forward line, and we lost by a goal twice in the knockouts to PSG. In the earlier round, we beat them by 2. This time round, there's going to be a little bit where I feel like he might look at that and go, well, my forward line is stronger this time round, and use that as a justification. PSG's biggest strength is their attack. Our biggest strength is our defence. Their weakest element is their defence, and the weakest element is our attack. So our weakest is going up against their weakest. Their strongest is going up against our strongest. And it's a good competitive battle in the midfield. I think they shade it. It's going to be immensely difficult to compete because they have just got a true three-pronged attack. Not only that, if Cavachelia or Doué needs to come off, they bring on players like Barcola. It's crazy. And then it's just like, you know, they are sprinkled with stardust. And it is just, I saw there was a comment in Luis Gomez Jr. and he was right, because that keeps going off in my head. Look at Liverpool in 2005 against AC Milan.
Yeah, we were 3-0 down in that game and we're done. Steven Gerrard won us that final. Facts.
Yeah. That half of that Liverpool team you look at and you go, I can't believe they've got a Champions League medal. But
look at Steve Finnan, Salif Diao, Jerzy Dudek, Milan Baros.
Diop or whatever his name was.
Diaman, Smitzer. You know, you look at those players.
You've done it. You've done it.
Xabi Alonso, fair enough, because he has done things since. Luis Garcia, those goals in semi-final. Absolutely. You wouldn't have seen it.
No.
But they managed to do it.
What does it do to Arsenal? The other thing as well that we haven't put in there about this final, and it's just a bit that I want to see. So this is me on the final. This is my final say on it. If we win the Premier League and we go into that match with the monkey off our back of having a trophy, silverware landed, and we go into there as English champions, what I just want to see from Arteta and the boys is no excuses. Leave everything on the pitch. Don't go out with a whimper. Don't go out trying to play negative or whatever. Go and have your best crack. Go out on your shield. And if you come up short, then we end the season as English champions and runners up in 2 competitions. That's immensely successful for a season. That's where I stand with it. What do you guys think on that one?
Do you know what? I agree. I mean, I do think Arsenal will win the league. But I think they will go over the line. The Champions League is totally different kettle of fish. I think PSG are probably one of the best teams in Europe right now, along with Bayern Munich. But I just think Arsenal might be their year to win the league. It's going to be one of those years, isn't it? But if you look at the top 8 as a whole, for me, if I very quickly, we are going to go on to the scores we picked last week.
Yeah, sure.
And see what we've done. And we're going to talk a little bit about the games coming up this weekend as well. I tell you Brentford has really surprised me this year, how well they've done. I'm a massive fan of Keith Andrews. He's an Irish Republic of Ireland ex-coach. He's a Republic of Ireland international. Of course, I'm going to have a little sort of sneaky feeling for Brentford because he's been managed by an Irishman. And we've got Nathan Collins, our captain as well, captain in the side. So Brentford's sort of been a little bit close to me this year. But I think Brentford have been the surprise package of the whole Premier League. Where are you with it, Stacey and Nick and Jess? Who's been your surprise team of the year?
Oh no, Jess is gone.
No, I've had enough of this rubbish. I'm gone.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'll do it now for you, Nick.
We've got Nick first. Give you a chance to think.
The surprise package. I think you've got to go. I mean, it's very obvious to say Brentford. And I think the fact that they lost their manager and Bueno, the players that they lost, their captain, Norgard, and they've got a chance of Europe. That's extremely good going. That is extremely good going. I think it's aided by the fact that Tottenham and Forest have imploded. I think had you boys been doing what you should have been doing, that a few teams dropped down there. But the one that I'm actually going to go with is Bournemouth. I've been so impressed with them this year.
That's fair.
Agreed.
That's fair. That's
Yeah,
fair.
Bournemouth.
And that's a good shout. I mean, Stacey and Jess, where are you? I've gone for Brentford. Nick's gone for Bournemouth. So where are you two ladies at?
I have to go with Nick. Bournemouth. I'm really impressed with them this season. Really impressed with
watching them. Yeah,
they're a joy to watch. They are a joy to watch when it comes to watching the game. The watch times me and Jess have done. I've enjoyed watching Bournemouth play.
Yeah.
Can be a little bit scrappy. I think the majority of football games are.
Yeah.
There's one or two that are probably a little bit hot-headed. One's come from Leeds. Just going to say that. But yeah, Bournemouth have impressed me this season.
I like their stadium though, because it's got that throwback feel, hasn't it? It's that small, and I like that. It's the sort of I don't always, when you think about having a kick around, it doesn't always have to be Wembley for me. I think there's magic in these smaller clubs sometimes. Yeah. So I've really enjoyed that.
Yeah. So we've got me at Brentford, Nick's with Bournemouth, Stacey's with Bournemouth. Where you going?
Brentford for me, because when they lost Thomas Frank, I kind of worried about where they were going to end up. You're going to think Keith Andrews for his first season to get a European place when Thomas Franks were there a long time and were just middle of the road, safety, that were about it. I'd go for Brentford. I think what he's done then, and if he gets him a European place, absolutely fantastic is that what Keith Andrews has done. I can't lie, but Franks were there how many seasons with better players.
Yeah.
And never got him in Europe. So for me, it'd be Brentford.
I'm just going to do an honourable mention for Sunderland.
Yeah, they've done a good job.
They're home form.
Curse, really.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah.
But they risked it, didn't they? They spent money. Leeds were very reserved what they spent.
Yeah.
Sunderland did roll that dice, did go out and spend money. And then you've got them now saying, well, actually, if he don't get us in Europe, we might sack him. That is absolutely ridiculous. First season, he should be staying up. So what he's done for Sunderland, because they are a big club, did the double with Newcastle this season.
Yeah.
I played to what Sunderland have done.
Yeah. I agree with that one.
At the end of the season, the first podcast of this podcast after the season, we will be giving out awards for most surprise team. We will be doing the dark horse, the team most improved. I don't like doing it, but we do have to give Man United a bit of a shout out.
Oh, absolutely. They're a big club.
They finished, I tell you one thing, they finished above us last season by 1 point. They spent properly in the summer. They got their manager change right at the right time of the season, and they got it spot on for me. So I think Man United, for me, dark horse, I think. But
I think
look,
next
there
year
will be
awards given out.
Next season will Man United, in my opinion. They'll be there.
I think they are going to be. It's going to be their year next year.
If they stick with Carrick, then yes, agreed.
Yeah, I agree.
Carrick, he's come in. He's turned it around for United.
Yeah.
If they do not offer him a first back of a season, being the actual proper manager, not interim,
nuts.
I reckon they're going to be up there.
Yeah,
I reckon they will be a dark horse for next season.
I agree.
I think next year's Premier League, guys, is going to be so exciting because the mid teams are going to strengthen, the bottom teams coming in, and it's always like the fact that look at Wolves, they're relegated, and the points they took off the top teams this year. It's crazy. You don't get that in other leagues. And then you have a look at, we don't know what's going to happen with City. But I think next year, because we've got the World Cup in the summer, the other side of it, it's about who's going to manage load rotation and get lucky with injuries. And that's going to cause chaos again as well. So I think United are going to be really, really dangerous. I'm hearing Liverpool are going to have another amazing transfer window. So that puts them right back. It could be a Liverpool United fight for the title next year. That's what I think. I
Ooh,
don't
that'd be
see Arsenal being Arsenal's never defended a title. If we win it, we've never defended it. I can see us that can be our year maybe where we see a dip. You know, sometimes when they get to the top and there's just that fall off. And I just think like we're going to be third next year. I can honestly see that. Maybe one of the cups, don't know. But I think it could be a Liverpool because we're anticipating punishment for City. I think it could be a Liverpool United title fight.
I think we'll be waiting to the next 20 years for you
I'll
to
be
get
in my
the punishment.
coffin before they get that charges sorted out. I do not see. I do not.
I agree. I
If you
agree.
think about it this way, in regards to City,
Yeah.
how long we've been waiting for these 115 charges to come out? They've gone for lower teams. Sheff Wednesday,
I know.
West Brom.
It's a disgrace.
You know what I mean? And who else have they gone for? Leicester.
Yeah.
In all the time we've waited,
Not
for
even
these
Forest haven't got points deductions. Why are they any different? And that's
why
it for
are we
me.
still waiting? They are not going to get any point deduction. If it is, it's going to be minute because now I'm saying this. Man City are one of the big six. They aren't going to punish a big six that draws in people to watch the Premier League. They aren't going to do it. They should.
I mean, at least Serie A done it with Juve, didn't they? Serie A.
Rangers is another prime example that got relegated back. Division 3. Rangers had the same problem. That's what happened to them.
I just don't think it's going to happen. We are going to be waiting years before the Premier League finally get the finger out the butt and say, like, we need to. Right. Here's charges. It's just infuriating. Lower league teams are getting points deducted.
So,
no, I agree.
Lewis said that the Premier's pooping themselves because they're putting their brand in Greek, charging them. I don't agree because I don't believe that City are the global brand that they try to say they are. Liverpool are bigger than them by far. United are bigger.
Agreed.
United are
massively bigger.
Real Madrid. Their fan base is superior to most.
Yeah, and I and it's just like that. You could drop down. You can drop down the table, and there are bigger fan. But Villa, there are just organically bigger fan bases. Sunderland, you know, at the early stages, and Everton, early stages of the Premier League, these boys were far in excess of Man City. I know they've had the global exposure of winning the Premier League, but it is a case of the king is dead. Long live the king. If they get relegated, somebody else rises up in there, and that is the new hero of the Premier League.
Yeah.
So I don't see it damaging the Premier League. If anything, if you punish,
I don't see it damaging, but they are part of the big six. So
yes,
you know what I mean. You think Premier League, like both Manchester. You think of the big six. Arsenal, Liverpool. Just to name a four of them.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. This is why I don't think they're going to get. If they're going to get charged, half them charges are going to get dropped.
Yeah.
And they're going to get like 10, 15 point deduction. Still in the
Maybe.
They can afford the solicitors to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is why I think it's not going to happen anytime soon because they are dragging their feet.
Yeah.
As soon as
They
something
don't
comes
want
out,
to do it.
City seems to be complaining. Oh, we're gonna go a court of this. I'm like, why don't you shut up, take the punishment, and move on? Every other club has had a point deduction. Yes, some have like, right, no, we're going to appeal this. They've appealed, but still got a point deduction, but not as many. Was it Everton that appealed a point deduction? I think
it was. I think it was.
And they still got a point deduction, but it wasn't as bad as they was first given. City, high a lot of charges here, 115. Yeah. What are they doing? Doing what?
Yeah.
2 years nearly? Give or take?
Yeah.
And we're still waiting.
I think it's 3. It's nearly 3, I think. Coming up 4 years, I think.
I think after this season, it'll be 3 years. 4 years after this season. And we're still waiting. Chelsea, have they just been done for something?
Yeah. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they were caught giving brown envelopes to agents off the books, and because they self-declared. So, and I mean that form of cheat. This is what is crazy: the hate that some clubs get, and you've got the oil money of 115. You've got Chelsea doing that, and it's really they should be vilified. But I guess certain owners buy a lot of adverts, and it carries certain favour, doesn't it?
And also with Chelsea, they are looking to break the agreement they have with UEFA. They take a year's ban in Europe,
Yeah.
to restructure the repayments or the whatever, the fines, or to structure whatever. Look, that would be.
But
a
you've
next
got to
week's
get there to
podcast.
be able to take a ban, haven't you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly. I think we're going to talk about in next week's podcast because that is such a good conversation to have and where it is. Just very quickly, guys, at the end of the season, I said there will be awards handed out. Worst team, best team, surprise team, best player, best manager, worst manager. So we will be getting them out and we're going to somehow put it into a poll. We will get your guys involved as well. And if it's all right with you, Jess and Stacey, we'll put it onto your chat as well. So we'll get your channel involved and your subscribers involved, and we'll make sure everyone has their say. But the deciding vote does land with us four. We give the final word. Wherever we say goes. Right, let's go over to last week's result. Let's see how many Nick got right and I've got wrong.
I
We will,
just want to
and
bring up,
this week,
before we get
just
there,
very
I'm
quickly, Nick.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, just very quickly. This week, when we do the score predictions for this weekend, we are going to get Jess and Stacey score predictions in as well.
Cool.
So everyone's doing it for
As I
next
say.
week. Go on, Nick. Sorry, bud.
So I was just saying, I'm watching Daniel in the comments saying about he doesn't think I'm thinking right on United going for a title charge next year.
Yeah.
So my thinking behind it, Daniel, is they are up into third. They've made the biggest improvement over the second half of the season, right? From January onwards. If they get the right centre back, the right midfield recruitment, they've already brought well for the front line last summer, but one more striker. So if they just focus on a spine, what does that improvement bring again? Bearing in mind that I believe that the Premier League is going to be more competitive next year and it's going to take a lower points total. I'm listening on Talk Shite that from Jamie O'Hara saying that Spurs are going to go from relegation to challenging for the Champions League places. If that's a viable soundbite from a professional pundit, I don't think I'm too far off from saying that United can go from third to challenging for first. I feel like the margin is smaller, and so that was my justification behind it. I'm not saying it's an absolute given. I just feel like with the right window, and that's my caveat, with the right window, because they haven't been under title pressure for a few years, the mentality, they're not as tired mentally. I think they can have a good tilt at it next year. That's honestly what I believe. And I feel Liverpool should come again.
I agree. And look, very quickly, want to send our best wishes to Alex Ferguson, who was taken into hospital. I think he's come out now of hospital at the weekend. So the very best of hope, wish speedy recovery to a legend, an absolute legend of the game. Right, let's crack on with last week's results, and then we will look ahead. Right.
Okay.
Now, Leeds, Burnley. I'm going to let Stacey and Jess talk about this one. Now, very quickly, Nick, what was our score prediction, bud?
You predicted 4-0. I predicted 3-1.
Damn you. Damn you. Damn you.
Sorry, just doing team news.
See, I was being all delusional. Got caught up in the Leeds.
No, you got the result right, though. Come on.
Yeah, I got hyped up in the Leeds train after them at Wembley. I was enjoying being at Wembley for once in the last 20 years.
Don't beat yourself up so bad. I'm looking down here. You've done better than I have, mate. So
oh, that's good. See, Tottenham fan has beaten Arsenal at something this year.
See?
Right, let's go through them quickly, Nick. Brentford, West Ham. Who got that right?
So you got that right. You said 2-0. I said 2-2. I just thought West Ham might have gave themselves more of a showing. So well done, Derm.
Newcastle, Brighton.
Newcastle, Brighton. Let's drop. Where have I got that? Newcastle, Brighton. You had 1-0 to Brighton. And I had 2-1 to Brighton. So,
well done, sir.
So we both got that wrong. Newcastle turned up. We weren't expecting that.
Wolves, Sunderland.
Wolves, Sunderland, I had down as a 1-1. You had as a 2-1 Wolves.
So that's 3 points to you. So every score prediction you get right is 3 points.
Okay, so if you get the right result, you get 1 point, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, so 1 minute. Let me quickly have a look. You got, what did you say for? No, that was wrong.
I said.
So you were on 2 points so far. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, 2 points. Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready?
You
Next
lot
one.
against Fulham. Arsenal, Fulham.
You said a 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
And I said 2-1 to the Arsenal. I only get a point there.
Okay. Then for the Saturday games, Sunday game, sorry, Bournemouth Palace.
We both got this right, but albeit you said 2-1 and I said 3-1.
Right.
So
Okay.
we
Man
both
United,
get a
Liverpool.
point. Man United, Liverpool. Oh my gosh. Okay. You said 2-2 Man United.
Yeah.
I said 3-1 Man United. So I nearly got it. It.
Just very quickly, Jess, on that game.
Oh, right. We've gone.
What was your thought on that Liverpool performance at Old Trafford, by the way?
First half, gash. Second half, 2 mistakes, and then we just not defending. Same old Liverpool this season. Switched off. But first half were awful. In fact, I haven't uploading thumbnails. I switched off altogether and just started uploading thumbnails.
She did.
I said backstage to stage.
God love
She
you.
did say that. She
God
did
love
say we would lose. She did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
God
I've switched
love
off
you.
Liverpool this season. I can't lie.
I'd say when you come back 2-0 down at Old Trafford, you start buzzing. You think, right, we could do this. And then, oh dear. It's such a, right, Villa Spurs.
We both got this right. 2-1 Spurs.
I
Spurs.
got pictures as well on Super Bro, so I got that right as well.
You did, well done. Point to you and Jess as well. I'm sure Jess did 2-1 Spurs. Did you, Jess?
I don't know what I did. Might have gone 1-0.
Yeah, we both got the same 2-1.
What did I?
Yeah. So we all get maximum points. Right. And then, of course, on the Monday
nights.
Chelsea won.
You got
Headbangers
this right. You said 2-0, so you got the right result. I went for Chelsea, so I was completely off.
So did I.
And then this mad game.
We both said 3-0 City. So we both got that wrong.
I think I went quite high as well, actually.
Yeah, I didn't see it. So 1, 2,
I did not
3,
see that
4.
result.
Yeah.
You got 7 points, Derm.
Yeah.
6, 9. I got 12.
So the comeback is on. Come and get ya.
That sounds like just that when she's playing it.
Okay, so this is now we start fresh. We had Jess and Stacey into this now for this week.
No pressure.
Right, Liverpool against Chelsea. Jess, what are you going with?
3-1 Liverpool.
Sorry, Jess, what was that? 3-1 Liverpool?
Indeed.
Stacey?
I'm going to go 3-0 Liverpool. I'll get it wrong, like, but.
Derm?
I'm going to go with Daniel in the chat. I'm going 5-0 Liverpool.
Whoa. Okay, 5-0 Liverpool. Okay.
If that happens, I will kiss Jess's feet.
And just to say to Daniel, I did see your earlier comment. I do respect your view. I'm one of those. You can disagree with me. It's all good, buddy. But I do get where you're coming from. I've just got a feeling. It's a gut feeling. That's all. Okay, Liverpool, Chelsea. I like Jess's 3-1. I can see João Pedro coming up with something. So I'm going to go 3-1 for Liverpool.
Okay. I do like this from Sai. 12-0. I mean, that's a bit optimistic.
Just
a little bit optimistic.
Drula's gone 3-1 as well. Has anybody gone Chelsea? Nobody, have they? Nobody's gone Chelsea.
No.
Can I just say, I was speaking to a Chelsea fan today, right? He's my local taxi driver. He's absolutely horrified to see Chelsea how they are at the moment. He is spit and blood. It's really funny. Josh has gone for 4. Everyone's gone for a Liverpool win. Liverpool better damn win now. Fulham, Bournemouth. Jess, what are you going with?
2-1 Bournemouth.
Dave?
That's going to be a game. I'm going to go 3-2 Bournemouth.
So we got 1, 2, 2, 3. Dermot, what do you reckon, my friend?
I'm going against the grain. I'm going 2-1 Fulham.
Okay. I agree with the ladies. My gut instinct was 2-1. Yeah, I'm seeing a few 2-2s, and I am kind of like, oh, could it be a draw? Could it be a draw? But I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to agree. I'm going to go 2-1 to Bournemouth. So Brighton Wolves. Jess, what are you going for?
3-1 Brighton.
Oh. Stacey, what have we got from you?
4-0 Brighton.
Dan?
4-0 Brighton.
Nobody's going Wolves. I don't see it either.
In
What
the
was
chat.
the...
Go for Wolves. Go for Wolves. Come on in the chat. Somebody go for Wolves.
I think 3-1 Brighton as well. Sorry, me and Jess are kind of coming up with the same stuff. I can see Danny Welbeck taking it from a 2-1 to a 3-1 late on.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah. Everyone's saying Brighton in the chat, by the way.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, Sunderland. Dermot, let's start with you this time. What do you reckon, Dermot?
No, let the ladies go first. Let Jess and Stacey go first.
Okay.
Go on. I don't mind.
2-1 Man U.
2-1 Man U.
Yeah.
How about you, Stacey?
I'm going to go 2-2.
Derm?
Colin, I'm sorry, and I know you sponsored the channel with O'Connell Designs. You do great work for me. Everyone do get over to O'Connell Designs. The link's in the chat. Sponsoring this podcast. THFC TID 26 is the promo code. Get 10% off your first order. Yeah, I thought I had to say. I'm going for 1-0 Sunderland.
Told you. You had to board him up first. You know what?
That's it. That was it.
Yeah, I had to get
that was a proper shit sandwich, wasn't it?
Was it that obvious?
No, Dermot, no.
I am going to go 1-1. I feel like that could be a draw, that one.
Right.
Oh, here we go. Big one for Saturday.
3-1 City.
3-1 City. What have you got that down for, Stace?
3-1 City.
Deb?
I'm actually going for a 1-1 draw.
Okay.
I've seen what Wayne's put in. Stop it.
Yeah.
Just stop it, Wayne.
Yeah. See,
we haven't got Josh here with his famous hand. Can't be done. Can't be talked about without Josh in his hand. Sorry.
I can't say whether this is just wishful thinking or not. I've just got a feeling it's 2-2. Yeah, I think it's wishful thinking. So I acknowledge that I'm being stupid. So yeah, I'm going to go 2-2.
Right. Next day, Sunday, 10th of May. Burnley against Villa. Jess?
3-1 Villa.
Stace, what have you got?
Villa. 2-0 Villa.
1-0 Burnley, because Villa are going to be so exhausted from tonight's game against Nottingham Forest. I think Burnley might nick a surprise win there.
Possible.
Yeah, I'm kind of, logic says to like 2-0, 2-1 Villa, doesn't it? But there's just something. If they don't win tonight and they've got, I'm going to go with you, Derm. I'm actually going to go 2-1 Burnley. That is stupid, ain't it? Why have I said that? Okay.
Logically, you could be right though. But we when we did the Forest Chelsea game, we based our results, our predictions on the Forest team news, and look what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Crystal Palace, Everton. What have you got for that, Jess?
2-1 Everton.
Ooh, I wasn't expecting that. Ooh.
What have you got, Stace?
I'm going to go 1-0 Crystal Palace.
Okay. Done?
I'm going for 2-1 Crystal Palace. I think reaching that first European final, I think playing at home, there'll be a sort of a festival atmosphere there. There'll be a lot of cheerleaders on the pitch with their ping pongs dancing around. Players still be drunk from celebrating, but I think they will do 2-1 Palace. Brennan Johnson to score a goal and prove he is a footballer.
Okay, now you're talking crazy.
Yeah, I know I am.
I think Everton could be buoyed from Monday night. I think Palace could just be a little bit leggy. And I'm going to go, if they can score 3 goals versus, I'm going 3-2 Everton. Okay, Nottingham Forest, Newcastle.
2-1 Forest.
What have you got,
2-1
Stacey?
Forest. 2-1 Forest.
Dermot?
3-1 Forest.
See, Newcastle are down to the 1 game a week, aren't they? I think they get better.
Not great away.
Yeah, I agree. I think 2-1 Forest. I don't think they get. Oh no!
Like Jess said, the away form's not the greatest at the moment.
No, it's not, is it?
No.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. West Ham Arsenal. What do you reckon, Jess?
3-1 Arsenal.
I'll bite your hand off for that. What do you reckon, Stacey?
3-0 Arsenal.
Oh, lady, you are positive. Derm?
Not always when it comes to Arsenal. Jess will verify that.
You've got a Derm.
So Dermot, I got to ask you, being a Tottenham fan, do you want Arsenal to win tomorrow on Sunday?
Couldn't give a shit. Yeah, I do. Look,
He's got an ulterior motive.
Yeah, I have.
I don't hit the factory settings. He's defaulted. What's going on?
Yeah.
Exterminate. Right. It doesn't bother me if Arsenal win the league or not. And I'm being honest, as a Spurs fan, it's not going to bother me. It bothered me for one day, but you know me, Nick. I will congratulate you, Bobby, and all the Arsenal people I know. Congratulations, best team in the league. You deserve it.
Yeah.
I'm going, actually, to be fair, I think whoever scores first will win the game. I'm going for a 2-2 draw.
Okay. See,
that just covered my ass.
It's Splinters.
I think it's going to be 3-2 Arsenal.
Do that score. Go for that one, Nick. Go for that one.
What's that? Yes.
Never.
Okay. So that is
that
all games?
We've got one more. And then we've got this one.
Now this is an interesting one.
Oh yeah.
Very interesting.
I apologise very quickly. I do apologise about the picture for your manager. I did try to find one doing what De Zerbi was doing, but I couldn't. So that was the best I could find.
It's very rare you see Farkas do anything like that. 9 times out of 10, the picture you've got of Farkas what you normally see.
Yeah.
A very good.
There you go. On the bench.
Yeah. Right. Jess, what are you going with?
2-2.
What about you, Stace?
See, now I'm thinking because it all depends on the West Ham Arsenal for me.
Yeah.
I'll play it safe. I'll go same as Jess, 2-2.
Dermot?
I know how crap we've been at home all season. Only 11 points we've picked up all season at home. 2 wins. Our last win in the league, I think, was against
Brentford, wasn't
it? Yeah, Brentford. God, that's so long ago. Look, my heart says someone get the tweezers.
Someone get that's what I was laughing at from Joella there. Someone get the tweezers. Yeah.
Look, the girls know that I've got a bit of a soft spot now for Leeds. I think they're bonkers, and I have a soft spot for Leeds. I really do.
Where's he going?
I don't mean this. Please don't be offended by the scoreline. Please don't be offended. I really don't want to
You
offend
go
you.
5-1. That's
You go whatever you want to go for, Derma. We act like
Yeah.
that. You predict your team win. You predict your team win.
I'm going for a 2-1 nervy Spurs win. Tottenham to get a 90th minute winner, Palunior, in the left-hand corner of the box in the 95th minute.
See, we spoke about this, haven't we, Dermo? Me, you, and Jess.
Yeah.
If West Ham lose Sunday,
You're safe. Yeah.
we are safe. Mathematically, we are safe without even kicking the ball.
Yeah.
I said this other day. We will don't expect Leeds to sit on the bench. We won't. You don't go sat at the beach with him mojitos. Farker will bring it. But I think for me and Jess, if we walk away the point each, we're happy because we're already safe.
Yeah.
And it's a point for Spurs to leap up higher away from West Ham. That's why we're both gone for a draw.
I love you, Aussie Ange. You're like me. Yeah, I think we're going to get a last-minute winner. 2-1 for me then, Nick.
2-1. Yeah. See, I look at Leeds and you've got like result away to Chelsea. You beat Forest. You
beat Man U.
you draw away to Villa. You beat
And
Man United.
Liverpool.
You only lost by a goal to City.
That would have got punched that one.
It's our home form. That's what's doing
That's
against
why,
us.
and
It's
that
our
is the
home
thing.
form.
I think Spurs fans are sleeping on this Leeds side. They have not been
I'm
blown
not.
away by many
I'm not,
teams.
Nick. I'm telling you now. I am definitely not. I watched this Leeds side against Burnley, and I was deeply impressed.
But that's
I just
against
think
Burnley,
But
Dan.
you've improved so
I know,
much.
and Chelsea as well, by the way. And the way that, yeah. So, what's your score prediction, bud?
I'm like somewhere between the 2-2 and a 3-2. I'm like, do one of you get it over the line? I just think you've improved.
They have definitely improved the Spurs.
They have definitely improved. I'm going to go 3-2 Leeds.
I tell you one thing. That game on Monday, I did the Brighton game, and I felt I was having a heart attack live on air. It's going to be like that on Monday.
Oh,
Seriously, it's going to be like I can feel it already. I'm going to have alcohol ready to calm my nerves because I'm going to be nervy. So
no, I'm changing it. I'm changing it. Sorry, guys, I'm going 2-2.
No, you can't change it, Nick. Your result is your result. You can't.
Okay, I will stick. No, I will stick with what I said. Then I'll go 3-2. Leeds with the win.
Yeah, there you go. You can't change it.
Okay.
Like I said, me and Jess, we would be happy with walk away with the point.
A point. Yeah.
Split between two teams. We'll touch wood that Arsenal done the job for us on Sunday and beat West Ham, which I think they will anyway. Because I'm gonna go back on the fact that Arsenal are in the final. We're going to be buzzing off that, and we're so close to the Premier League title. We can taste it. I think they're going to start getting some
Doing
traction
what they
now.
should
Arsenal.
do.
I think they're going to put the nail in the coffin for the Premier League title, and then Leeds put the nail in the coffin for West Ham going down. Hi, Jess. Sorry, Demo.
That's all right, Isaac. Come on, Zach can come on. I want a score prediction from Zach. Leeds Tottenham. What's his score prediction?
He's a Leeds boy, though.
Yeah, okay, we'll get in the lead. Well, listen, guys, we're arguing our fair because I know the girls are on shortly. Doing their fantastic watch along to Palace in their Europa League semi-final and Nottingham Forest in their Europa League semi-final. I might jump on with you. I've got nothing to do this evening, so I might come and annoy you. If you like my annoyance.
You never annoyed.
Always welcome.
But
Always welcome.
I want you guys to do me a favor in the chat, right? I want you to go over, hit that link, hit that subscribe button, and when you come in, put THFC raid. So I know you've come over from my channel to this. I'm telling you, everyone, I want you to go over to Jess's channel in 5 minutes to go onto their channel and hit a like, hit the subscribe, and go in there and put THFC raid. If you don't, me and Nick will come looking for you. We will. We'll send Nick out.
That's scary,
Nick,
isn't it?
Nick is the roving reporter that goes around and finds why you haven't subbed to these channels we're telling you to. So do that for me. Nick, just very quickly, we have a new channel as well, apart from this one. Do you want to tell people about it? Right.
So basically, me and Dermot are wanting to be broader than our clubs, basically. Talk about all football. We're loving talking to the ladies with the Leeds and
Yeah.
Liverpool perspective. And basically, we want to reach out to more fans. It could be Coventry, it could be Bristol City. There might be segments from me from Bath City, which is like the 7th tier of blooming league football. It is just
Formula
kind of
One.
Formula One, boxing, sport in general. We are big sport fans. I love the athletics. I love the Olympics when it comes around.
We normally do watch songs for that.
Just won't be doing the opening ceremony again, Jess.
Can I just say we will be looking to link up with Jess and her channel for a lot of these as well, because I tell you one thing, Jess's channel and what
doing the watch songs for me for the World Cup, because I've done all thumbnails already for them. I finished them, but they're all up and ready. Just all streaming.
Gosh, that's far too organised. That is far too organised.
She's got.
I haven't done one yet.
You stream it to you don't have to do thumbnails for it. Oh.
I don't even know if I'm streaming the next day. I mean, that's just putting me to.
Oh, we're well organised.
Look, 26th of June. All mine are all done. I finished them off today, bosh.
I have to look down to check I've got my socks on. You know,
so
that's just ridiculous.
It is a new channel. It's something me and Nick are very passionate about. We are going to put this podcast onto that channel as well.
Yeah, anything generic.
Well, everything. So we're going to do that. Very quickly before we go, girls, please give your channel. And
sorry, we've done everything but tell people what the name of the channel is.
What's the name of it?
What's it called? Sorry.
What's it
JSY
called?
Talks football. Oh, your
Well,
one.
they're
Your one, Dermot. What is it called? What did you name it?
I don't know. I've forgotten.
Is it something like the sports?
Hang on. I have got it here. Hang on. I did send you it. Actually, I did send you the picture last night.
My God. No, you didn't. You sent me one of you naked.
Someone like me that remembers this stuff.
He sent me a picture
Sports
of him naked.
News channel.
There we go. The Sports News channel.
Hey, we got there eventually, guys. We got there eventually.
Yeah.
My
Considering
gosh.
we are streaming over there. Everyone's in Julia says good stuff. Yeah, just very quickly. I know you push time. Girls, plug your channel because it is a fantastic channel. I have to say, it's the best channel on YouTube. I love it. I enjoy it. The community is great. The people on it are great. So please give it a massive plug. And please introduce Pink Hair next year, Jess. I think she deserves a bit of a little bit of a promotion. Bless her.
Daniela Troll. I like her. She's cool, isn't she? At least she's not biased towards Tottenham, though.
Yeah, it's true. I'm waiting for you, darling. I'm waiting for you.
Nah, she got into hiding, I told you.
She's going to hide him.
Right. Go on,
if you
give
want
me a
to talk
channel.
those, you know where we're at. Most of mine are in here anyway, but you know where we're at. GSY Talks Football. Cover everything. We're always about. Feel free to join us. But most of all, make sure we're subbing up to Dermo. Let's get him on free too.
I just read.
Dermot,
Your luck has changed, mate. Have you just Leeds Angel?
I see you later for that.
Wait till you come back in, and when you come into our regularly, you'll see what she's really like.
Well,
Jones, big up. That's my Facebook channel. Bosh.
Yeah, big up to you, Leeds Angels. Yeah, I'll give you a call later. Right, I just want to read this out. Right, I just want to read this out very quickly. Look, the world's a mad place at the moment, and everyone, I think, is footballers are we all watch football to escape from the world, and everyone should realize they're not on their own. We're not on our own. Everyone will support you. Everyone will. This is what this channel's built. I know Jess is the same. My channel's the same. It's built that we're a family and everyone sticks by everyone. So I saw this little poem to it. The song's called, I sent it to Stacey last night. It's called Walk a Mile in My Shoes. And basically, I'm autistic and some people don't get it. And that song sort of say, if you can see the word through my eyes. So it's this little quote, a little poem, and it goes like this. There was a guy said one time, he said, you never stood in that man's shoes or saw things through his eyes, and stood and watched with helpless hands while the heart inside you dies. So help your brother and sister along the way, no matter where they start. But the same God that made him too. these men with broken hearts. And I think that is a perfect way to end this second episode of this podcast. Guys, do get over to JYS. Do hit us a sub here. Do sub on our new channel, Sports News channel, whatever it's called. It's something anyway. And on that bombshell, thank you all for watching. Good night.
Thanks for
God
having us,
bless. And we'll see you again next week. They're coming back, by the way. The girls will be back next week. Let's see how well they get on with their score prediction. Yay! It's Ray. Hello. On that bombshell, Vinny's. Bye.